Some heavy downpours. Now, we're not talking about several inches of rain or nothing like what we saw before, but I mean, even just the mention of rain right now, I know has everybody kind of on the edge. We do have opportunities for some showers. We had a few out there today. Let's take a look at the campus of Appalachian State University right now. Thankfully, at least it looks better out there. We know that folks are all still dealing with quite a bit of issues, and talked about those at the top of the newscast. Still power outages, water issues as well. So we'll continue to help those folks in western North Carolina. Now, in our forecast, we've got some showers. They're going to remain in the early week forecast Monday and Tuesday. Drier skies for the latter half of the week. We're also watching another weather system, a tropical one potentially, that could be in the Gulf by the latter half of the week. Now, of course, when we did have the remnants of Helene really moving through on Friday, we had that Rockingham County tornado, that EF1, 90 to 95 mile per hour winds. That happened around 3:25, just a touchdown there for a couple of minutes. Today we had tornado warnings. They were out over Rockingham County and Henry County too. And we have the possibility, because of the setup, especially right in this area here, to have wind shear, which helps to create that rotating column of air in any of these cells. So we're going to keep a close eye out. Right now, things looking okay. Just south of Liberty, you've got some heavier downpours. That's moving up toward Burlington. We also have some heavier rain just west of 29. That'll move over Highway 58 near the Bachelor's Hall community. And we do have some flood concerns. We've got flash flood warnings right now for Martinsville area, also in parts of Patrick County. And those flash flood warnings are going to stay up through at least 11 o'clock tonight in many of those communities. The rainfall totals have been close to an inch, but it doesn't take a whole lot, especially when we're so saturated, to cause some flash flooding of streams, creeks, and some roadways. So just be careful out there. Otherwise, we haven't seen a whole lot of rain across our area today. And the good news is the rivers are going down. In fact, they're draining to the south and east across eastern and north and South Carolina. You look at some of the rainfall totals here, and that's why we had such swells on the rivers and so many issues around. Double-digit totals: Grandfather Mountain, Banner Elk, Brevard, more than 20 inches in Hendersonville, also more than 20 inches in Boone. Sparta, West Jefferson, North Wilkesboro, all with double-digit readings. The flood warnings, as I mentioned, have moved a little farther to the south, so they are now over eastern, north, and South Carolina. There's that stalled out front. Remnants of Helene still kind of back out to the west, and will slowly move. We'll see some of those showers kind of clearing out, I think, by about 8, 9 o'clock tonight. There's a small chance for a passing light rain shower overnight into tomorrow morning. Most of tomorrow morning is quiet, but in the afternoon, you see that little scattering of pop-up showers and maybe isolated thunder in the forecast. So we're going to put a weather impact in for tomorrow afternoon, a high of 77 with those showers around. Also, weather impact for the afternoon hours for the foothills with a high of 76. And we've got weather impact icons for the late day hours in the mountains as well, with temperatures in the upper 60s. There's what's left of Helene, these couple of areas of low pressure that are going to slowly work their way to the east. So this is tomorrow night into early Tuesday morning, still kind of hanging around into Tuesday afternoon. I think we'll see at least a few isolated showers with this. There is a front that should help to clear things out. That will likely take place during the day on Wednesday. So right now we've got dry skies for Wednesday and Thursday. Now we're going to talk about the tropics. So there is a lot of activity out there. First area is this one that we're going to talk about. It's the closest. It could become a tropical depression by the middle part of the week, expected to enter into the Gulf of Mexico by the latter half of the week. And we'll be watching it, of course, toward the end of the week, as it is likely going to be our next tropical system. Tropical storm Joyce is out over the Atlantic. Thankfully, that one is moving north and should stay away. I know Joyce and Isaac actually formed the day that we were dealing with Helene. So we have tropical storm Isaac, 70 mile per hour winds. That one expected to move away from us as well. And then we're also watching what is now developed just this afternoon, and that is Tropical Depression 12 coming off the coast of Africa. And that one is forecast to work its way to the west and possibly become a hurricane, maybe even a Category 3 major hurricane by the end of this week out in the Atlantic. So all of these, of course, we are watching in the Weather Center, and we will keep you up to date. Our 7-day forecast has temperatures in the 70s this week. It should feel a little more fall-like and some more pleasant weather to deal with latter half of this week into the weekend.